Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chair Yoga and Meditation. As usual, we need to start with sort of some transitional ideas to bring ourselves into this, shift gears and bring ourselves into the awareness of our practice. So I invite you to sit differently, meaning, you're more aware of how you're holding yourself and sitting. Take some cleansing breaths as you do that and sort of zero in on your space that you're going to just bring yourself in tighter in terms of awareness from the external big open room you're in, or that, beyond that, and just see if just temporarily you can bring yourself into a smaller space that you can feel like you can be fully aware of yourself here, including the space around you. So you're bringing yourself into a little bubble of awareness. And you start, like I said, to use better posture, to bring yourself into a way of holding your body in a way that feels new, maybe just new for right now, for this morning. That, I haven't done this yet. I haven't really held myself in really intentionally good posture, but now I am. Do use that image that we've created about the wall behind you, so that you're bringing yourself, you're really aware that your head is in line with your spine. Too often, the head just pulls forward, that we have just created a habit of holding ourselves in a way that the head is forward of the spine, and we really want to try to correct that habit, and we can do it right here. Use core strength, pull your belly muscles in to help you with this, to help you hold yourself upright. Now soften your mouth and your face. So you just feel like, you're just going to release. There's absolutely no reason at all for this next hour that you need tension in your face. So you can just begin to soften that. Be mindful that the muscles around your eyes have started to soften. Sometimes there's just this little real tension through the eyebrow line that, again, is a habit. If that sneaks up on you, just remind yourself to soften. We don't need that. It serves no purpose. So you're going to just relax your facial muscles. And we're going to start with the breath practice known as Ujjayi breathing, because we can hear it. That's why I like it. So just like you're taking your normal breath in, maybe through the nose, if that works well for you, to just breathe in through the nose. But the exhale comes out of the mouth, not a big not a big old mouth open like that. But the sound is the whisper sound. You're using your whisper muscles. So it's like like when you're fogging a mirror, that kind of ha sound. So you can hear it inhaling just in through the nose, and let that sound of the breath come out. So it sounds like a whispery sound in your mouth. Eyes are closed. I guess I didn't mention that, but certainly helpful to close your eyes here so you can zoom in on the experience within. Full breath in, followed by that full breath out with the sound of Ujjayi. So you are aware of it by not only the feel, but the sound of it as well. And then just notice how you feel as a result of this breathing. Without me trying to name all the things, you might experience this or that. I want you to just really feel what you do feel, what you do notice as you transition into yoga. Your time. You've transitioned to your space and time, and awareness of you in this space and time, and how all that comes together as a felt experience in your body. Turn your hands so palms are open on your lap. That mudra that we often use, that we call this mudra of receptivity. And let your breath simmer down if you like. It doesn't have to. If you want to continue with that Ujjayi breath, by all means. But this is our opportunity now to set our particular intention for practice. What is your intention? What do you need? And if that's beyond your capacity right now, for whatever reason, difficult week, too jumbled up, just bring yourself into the awareness of receiving, period. I'm here to receive. I'm here to receive the benefits, the blessings that I know are true for me when I come into yoga. One more full breath. And then let's open the eyes, but we're going to stay right here. Bring our fingertips to our shoulders and do this Kriya. This is another breath Kriya that is considered a purification. So I'm very fond of it, as you know. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can turn your head to go with it or not. You can hold your head still and let your shoulders do the moving. But I want you to kind of speed things up a little bit because inhale, exhale moves kind of quickly, doesn't it? If you can do this through your nose entirely, do that. Choose nostril breathing if that's okay with you. Now, next time you exhale, hold it wherever you have landed on your exhalation so that we can start over with the inhale now. So we've just switched sides. We're inhaling on a new side. Maybe you can feel the twist in your waistline. I sure can. So I'm already stretching. Keep those elbows up. Couple more now. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves back to center and just do some circles with your elbows. So you can feel those shoulder blades moving. Just feel and then change the direction when you're ready for that. A couple of those. Good. Let's sync up the breath. Inhale with me. Palms will be together overhead. Exhale, bow at your heart. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down and around, all the way down and around. All right. We're going to do a Om to begin. And the Om is a chant. I invited you last time to close your ears, to cover your ears while you do it. Offer that if that's something you want to do. But I'm going to do it different this time. It's going to be done in 3 parts. Because it's like 3 syllables, even though it's a simple word of Om, sounds like there's only one syllable to me, but really in the Sanskrit language, it is pronounced more like ah, ooh, 3 syllables, ah, ooh, and. So we're going to layer that into the body. The ah sound of the Om is going to be from the pelvis down. I want you to just focus as we do a big breath in, and just the one syllable of our Om is going to be located in the pelvis and down into the legs. We'll take another inhale, and that next syllable will be located kind of in the middle of us, right here, in the center of the abdominal area, heart, center of us. That's going to be the ooh. And then the sound resonating within your head. So as I say this, I don't think covering your ears is really going to be an option that you probably want to be interested in. I'm just guessing that. But so you can really feel that and that's on a 3rd syllable. So we're going to break it down into 3 full breaths to include those 3 syllables. And you're into particular body parts, hips down into your legs, central part of your body, and fully into your throat, your head for the vibration. Okay, let's just take a big breath in and let it out. And take a big breath in, and here we go. Ah. Take your breath in. 2nd syllable. Ooh. All the way out. New breath. Mm. Feel the vibration in your mouth. Mm. And breathe normally. I'll join you over in the chair. Got our block between our legs. We're forward of the chair, so we're not relying on the backrest. Make sure you feel like your pelvis is well supported. You can feel, sit bones. You can feel the buttocks being supported by that front part of your chair just fine. Make sure your feet are straight and you feel like you've created a right angle. So you don't want your feet too far away. You don't want your feet tucked under because we want to have our joints in alignment, our knees right over our ankles. So let's begin with some shoulder rolls, just some simple shoulder rolls, pulling back, up, back, and down. And notice how your breath just stays with you. You start noticing it and it'll start accommodating the movement. Change the direction. This is where we create more of a dome in the back body. You're separating the shoulder blades. Good. And then interlace your hands and let's stay with that dome. I'm going to turn to the side. You don't need to do anything different. So as you interlace your hands and pull forward, you're really sort of rounding through those shoulder blade areas. So you create like a dome there, separating your shoulder blades on purpose. So we get the shape there. When you inhale, let's take that back into this the W shape as we open the heart. So your shoulder blades are drawing toward each other. So that's our inhale. Exhale, round, and find a vinyasa like that. I'm going to try to use vinyasa quite a bit today because we're focusing on pranayama as our study, one of the things we're studying this week in the 8 limbs of yoga. So vinyasa connects breath to movement. Remember, you're following how long it takes you to do those inhale and exhale, not trying to keep up with me because I'm just randomly and trying, to do my best to connect my movement to my breath, but yours might be a little bit different. Last one, go through both of them. And this time, just keep those hands interlaced. So now those arms are reaching up. You can feel some stretch in your fingers and maybe in your wrists a little bit. Try a little tick-tock from side to side, not too much. Keep those arms nice and straight, nice and strong, and they're pretty close to your head. Notice what the breath is doing. How is your breath keeping up with this? We've got ourselves in hips distance apart with our legs. If we had our legs wide open, it would be different and maybe easier and more accessible. So know that that would be an adjustment you might call in for yourself because this doesn't feel right for you. You can always adjust. Okay, last time. When we come out of that, release your hands and this kind of, move your fingers like you're playing the piano. Want to have lots of movement in your wrists and your hands and your fingers. A little spin around, get some more wrist action here. All the way down. Keeping your legs just as they are, our original setup. Let's do a gentle twist. So I want you to just lift up. So you have a big sweep of your arms to pull yourself over in one direction. Doesn't matter to me which direction you go. Using the chair or trying not to. So maybe you're wrapping that back arm around you and really maybe holding on to your body parts in some way, but you're not using the chair for support. Or that you just freely get a hold of some part of the chair and let that anchor you in or give you some leverage for your twist. What we're trying to manage is about leaning, that we're trying to keep our body as erect and vertical as possible, our spine as vertical as possible. So be mindful of that you still feel balanced in your pelvis and it still feels like you're in this upright position in the midst of your twist. Let's deepen the breath. On your exhale, that's your opportunity. That's your invitation to deepen the twist, even if it's just a tiny bit, that you turn a little bit more because that exhale is giving you a little bit more room or a little bit more permission. Full breaths, you can feel your whole body breathing. I mean, it's like The belly is rising. It's a big breath. Let's unwind the head out of that first and then pause. And then the shoulders and the arms will follow. A couple of shoulder rolls, in other words, just some reset, whatever your body seems to need. And we're going to go the other way. So I started that with a big lift, and then we're moving in the new direction, our new twist. This way might be different for you. What if you have to hold your body differently? You're using the chair differently. There's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. You set it up and accommodate yourself. Now smooth out that breathing. So you can identify the breath in and the breath out. Vertical position of the spine. Let that exhale give you permission to deepen the twist, even if it's just a tiny bit. This twist, as a reminder, is done mainly from the waistline. The pelvis is stable. We're not twisting in the pelvic region. We are into the lumbar area and thoracic area of our spine. Finish the breath you're on, and then unwind just the head, take a breath, and then the shoulders and the arms, and we're back to a neutral position. Let's get rid of the block for now so we can take a wider stance. And I want you to just start lifting your legs up, either holding onto the chair or maybe hands are at the waist, but you're just going to lift up, lift up. And notice how your body's responding. If this feels like you're already starting to work hard here by doing this, or it's loosening you up, just notice how your body is responding to this invitation of movement. Couple more. And then walk those big kicks into the center. And let's go with straight arms, straight legs. We're warming up the body. So inhale up, exhale is the kick. Both arms are moving the whole time, but legs are alternating. Keep yourself within the frame of the chair. Don't go wide. A couple more now. We're warming up. Inhaling and kick. I'm evening it out now. It feels to me like I did the same number with each kicked leg. Inhale is just this reach up without crowding your shoulders up around your ears. See if you can just feel the length of the strength of those long arms and lifting through the armpit area without crowding around your ears. Hear me with my turtleneck, you can't tell, but that's what I'm trying to do too. Let's take our inhale here and exhale those W shapes to open the heart. Inhale, exhale here. Last one, exhale. Turn your hands down so you've got that scarecrow. See if you can just move around a little bit. So you're just feeling the musculature that we've adjusted to. Now we're turning on a few different muscles. Back up. Hey, let's open up. Let's open up the lower part of the body. So arms are open wide and so are the legs. And we'll do a little open and close. So inhale with our open and close, we bring everything together. A vinyasa, we're more aware today, connecting breath to movement. Inhale is open, exhale is close. We want a full breath in. We also want a full breath out. So again, you take your time. You set your time, I should say, because it's according to how long it takes you to do the breath. Let's open up, touch your fingertips to your shoulders, take a dip, go all the way down and back up. And if you can go beyond your knee, you don't have to land there. You could be at the side of your leg because you have the ability and the flexibility to dip a little bit lower, get a bigger stretch for yourself. Do that. And then turn it into the crisscross. So that's a twisting action that you brought into it. And connect your breath to the movement. Make sure you feel solid with your feet to the earth. You can feel your feet connected so your legs feel very stable. Beautiful. Let's come back to center and bring your legs back into hips distance apart. And let's move through our joints. So get a hold of one leg, lift it up, use the strength of your arms to do that. We'll start with the movement of the foot. Try not to lean yourself back. Bring forth that image of the wall behind you so you're keeping yourself upright as we loosen up. I got a lot of crackles going on my side here. Notice how your breath is smoothing out, maybe. You know, it started, you might have kind of gotten revved up with the breathing and now it's sort of settling in, or not, just noticing. I move to the knee, in case you hadn't noticed. We're moving to the knee joint, circling around, lateral movement. And hugging the knee into the chest by getting hold of your shin and pulling way in. So you feel how your thigh is pulling in toward the belly, and that's on purpose. Now I want you to breathe through the belly. I want you to really intentionally push that belly out while you're breathing. Back yourself into the wall so you feel that. You can feel the image that you've created to keep yourself upright. Now, big belly breathing is what we're doing. Let's just stick that straight leg out, all the way out. Push, push, push. Spread your toes. Bend the knee. Pull it in. Let's just alternate between those two things. A straight leg out, spreading the toes and pushing out, or hugging in and feeling the belly interact with that leg as you breathe. Just find a nice pace for you. Be sure to spread the toes. Last time, straight leg, spread toes, hug that knee in, and foot comes back down. Now reset the body. Any adjustments you need to make, catch up with your breathing. We're going to go to side two now. Get that heavy leg up, back yourself up into the wall. Start with the ankle, spinning around. The other foot that's on the floor, that's our standing leg, remember? So make sure you feel connected to that. So, you know, you're not going to slide off the chair. You just feel more stable. Got permission to do your work over here because you got this standing leg. All right, let's go into the knee joint. Remember, you want to change the direction every now and then. Let's hug that knee into the chest. Use your shin to pull it in. Let's just stay here, breathing in and out, really creating that movement of the belly wall while we breathe, intentionally, big belly breaths. All right. We're going to switch to straight leg out, spreading those toes and bent knee in, hugging it in. Find your rhythm of how that works for the breath. Where's the inhale and where's the exhale? Keeping in mind that we're going to add a spread of the toes. Last time, hug knee, both feet to the floor. Let's take a little wider angle. Heels are in, toes are out. And I want you to start your circular movement in the pelvis alone. So you're circling through the pelvic. The pelvis is moving like a hula hoop movement. I can even feel it. I can even see it as I'm looking at myself, how the belly pulls in while you find that circular movement. Change the direction of it. And again, I'm going to turn to the side, but you don't need to. We're going to do our work of the perineum. in 3 layers. So I want us to just bring our hands to our thighs, elbows are squeezing into the waist, and create a diagonal line that might be a little lower than you typically do. So you're bringing yourself into a diagonal line, pulling that chin in towards your throat, really feeling your feet connecting firmly into the floor as you take your big inhale for the fuel and let the exhale, that's where we do the work, help you lift yourself up off that chair, squeezing and pulling up of the root of the body, the mula bandha. So stay with this low level of working that mula bandha to help strengthen the perineum. And then ratchet up a few inches. Bring your chest up another layer, just a little bit up, and go back to it. You're not quite so low in your diagonal line. You brought it up. Can't do it wrong. You just adjust it a little bit and go back to work. Now remember how we're trying to guard against letting our head hang way forward of the spine? Get your head in a line with the spine while you do this. Inhale is simply fueling yourself up. Exhale is when we do the work. And finally, we're upright. And we're going to do it here. We're no longer in a diagonal line. We're upright and we're going to go right back to work. Takes a lot of awareness. Like I said, I turn to the side. You don't need to do anything different. So I'm adjusting myself. That doesn't mean there's something for you to do. Nice job, everybody. Inhale with me. Palms will be together overhead. Inhale there. Exhale as you bow in your heart. Inhale back up. Exhale, go all the way down and around. Okay. Let's get our block handy because we might need it. And we're going to scoot to the side and create this right angle. You know what I'm going to say? Before you do, keep yourself square away right here, but probably have moved over and stay there. Get your hand on your leg. So this leg can step out, but see, you didn't turn with it. You kept yourself forward facing. Your shoulders are still in alignment and you just stepped out. I thought of this, that this might be a way to train ourselves because I watch it all the time in the classes that I do live where people are just turning toward that leg. So let's just start by making sure we're forward facing. And now we're going to take that elbow and forearm into that leg that we moved off to the side. Turn your head so your ear is facing where your elbow is. Let's take that other arm and wrap it around behind our back. So the back of your hand is pushing into your back body or way over there. So this shoulder is pulling back. This might be where you stay. You feel your feet pressing down, you're deepening your breath. The block, why I suggested the block, that gives you an opportunity to go a little deeper in your fold. You know, we're bending would be a better word. A side bend is what we've worked ourselves into. We can bend into a deeper one, a deeper bend, by bringing your hand to the block or even to the floor. But this hand is going to stay wrapped around behind us. So we've really trained that shoulder to stay back. So our shoulders here are in alignment. Now, stay with what you're doing. I'm going to show you the what not to do. This is the big X across the screen, is that we sort of turn toward this. We turn toward that leg that we're leaning into. That's what I'm trying to avoid. That is not the purpose of this asana, of this posture. Let's add one more layer. We're going to kind of snake that arm from behind and just bring it straight up, straight past our ear. It's very, if you were upright, you would just have it real close to your head. And instead, you've got it here in this fold or side bend. Let's deepen the breath so you can feel the breath making its way into the pelvis. We got to get deep with this breath. We got to let our pelvis feel it. Beautiful. Let's let that arm carry us up now. Let's reposition so we can do it over here. So you're just a little bit over on the side of the chair, but start by just legs together, both hands on your other leg. Make sure you're all caught up with the breath. I don't want to rush you. And we step away. We step into two right. So both legs are in a right angle. Make sure you're situated. There's no strain or tension or cramping involved. because you'll adjust your way out of that. And then we're going to find this side angle. So elbow and forearm come to that thigh. We're going to wrap our back arm around, pushing the back hand into the back body, letting your head turn in such a way that your ear is kind of facing where your elbow is. You could stay right here. And again, the ways you can deepen it is using your block to get a little deeper into your side bend. You can have your hand on the floor if you've got that capability. Opening your chest, so we're not crowding. This is like, think of this as a chest opening. This side bend involves a chest opening. Now, snake that arm up and over past your ear. If you kind of liked what I showed you before, that you want to see what that's like, you lift it here, and then you come back into that side bend. Push your feet to the floor. Keep those knees drawing wide. You don't want one of those knees to collapse. This one, of course, is what I'm talking about. The one you've propped your arm against, that's probably staying just fine, but the other one might wander. Let's breathe some deep breaths. Nice. And then carry yourself all the way up and around. Beautiful. Both legs come back to center here. Again, we're going to take that wider angle. Start with your moving the pelvis. But then once you've kind of gotten the rhythm of that, let's invite the upper body to go with that. Let's change the direction of that movement. Beautiful. Interlace those hands, stretch them forward, round through the shoulders, creating a dome. All right, all the way up. Let's take our inhale as we come into that heart opener. Exhale, round through the back. That dome is there. Inhale looks like this, the heart opener, the shoulder blades drawing toward each other. Next time you're interlacing your hands, we go out in front and all the way up. Now we've got a wider angle with our legs. Let's try our tick-tock now. Might be able to bend a little bit more side to side. Push your feet, get your feet really pushing down so you feel the strength and stability that your legs are providing. Finish it up so it feels like you did the same number on each side. When we come out of that, I want you to go very slowly so you can feel the letting go in your body. How you're softening and relaxing your arms slowly, slowly, slowly. And take a little pause. Try this one. Try bringing your feet together, very close together, and pushing yourself up and out of a chair. It requires more balance. So if it's just feels too unstable, it doesn't work for you, then bring yourself into a position that's more doable. Let's meet standing up, legs together. Take a pause here, layering your hands right across your chest bone, right there at the heart center, and breathe in, breathe out. Close your eyes, breathing through your whole body. This is just a little miniature balancing pose here by bringing your legs together like this. Very tall. There's going to need to be a slight bend in the knee, so don't overdo with that. There's going to be a slight bend of the knee. But in the midst of that, you can feel the length of your spine and how strong you are. From the top of your head to the toes, from the toes all the way through your body to the top of your head. Strength, stability. Remember to exhale completely. Beautiful. All right. Take a little wider stance. I've got myself in front of the chair. I'm guessing you'll be okay with that, but notice when we start moving, you could always position yourself differently so that you've got the chair support, okay? Just move yourself into a position that feels more supportive if you know that's going to be better for you. So I've got a little bit wider than hips distance apart. I'm allowing myself plenty of bounciness in my knees. I'm not locking my knees. I'm intentionally not. And I want to do some movements like this. It's like each arm is a Ferris wheel. And you can keep your head straight. I mean, just no movement of the head. The arms are doing it all. Or you might find yourself sort of looking over, and that's both of them are fine. Both of them is fine. What your neck needs to do. Can you find the rhythm of your breathing, or just feel the breath in you as you do these Ferris wheels? Now let's change that up. So it's backward with the same movement. It's still a Ferris wheel, but it's going the opposite direction. And this one, I really do want you to turn your head to go with that. So you're turning as that arm swings back, you're going to turn your head, maybe your shoulders a little bit. Now find that breath. That might mean you got to slow this way down because you completely lost track of the breathing. Beautiful. All right, let's take a pause. That was generated some heat in the body, right? A little wider stance. Heels are in, toes are out. So you feel like you could move your body weight from foot to foot and your knee's happy with that. That's the testing ground. When you're moving around, how's your knee doing? And if your knee goes, whoa, the foot needs to move. That's likely the correction you need to make. And let's get the arms going. So the arms are flip-flopping around. This movement, if some of you might recognize it from Tai Chi or Qigong, this is part of the embodiment practices all over the Eastern world. This is about kind of loosening up, freeing up those channels of energy in the body. Beautiful. Now let's square our feet so that they are not heels in and toes out, but they feel square, more parallel to each other. And I want you to take your left foot and step it back behind, like you're doing a little curtsy. And for some reason, that block is bothering me, so I got to get it out of there. So a little wider than hips distance apart. You're taking a foot back and doing a little bend of the knees and a little curtsy. I like to go but take that step back so that back foot is flat-footed. I like to try it with that. Now try it where you step further back and you can't get your heel to go down. So it's a different experience. It's way back there and the heel doesn't drop, and that's okay. That's actually intentional. So you've got options. If you were better with just having it stepping over and you're flat-footed with both feet, great. Or you're willing to take that bigger step where that back heel does not drop. Take your step, whichever one you chose, take your step. And the foot that's behind you, that leg that's behind you, that's the same side arm you're going to lift up, like you're trying to press that palm to the ceiling. And the other hand is going to grab the wrist and you're going to pull like over toward that foot in the back. That's it. Your gaze can be looking up, looking down, looking straight forward. Steady the breath. Smooth it out. Let's get the arms down first. Get your feet back where they belong. And let's go back to our movement. Remember, this movement is you're just paying attention to how your knees are doing. If you need to move your feet, then you will. Okay, let's do side two. I'm squaring up those feet. I'm going to take a step back. That's a curtsy. Other leg now. We've got to switch sides. And maybe just start with both feet stay flat. When you take the step back, that foot back there is flat. Or you take a bigger step and the heel does not go down because it's a big step. So you choose. You don't have to do the same thing on one side that you did on the other. One side might work better to do it one way and the other than the other. So I say, find what works on this side. And then hold it. We're going to take our whatever choice we made, we're going to hold it. So there's a little bend in the knee. That same side, the back leg is what tells you what arm. You're lifting that palm up. Let's just feel that whole length of the body we can feel. And then when you're ready, your other hand grabs the wrist and pulls you over. Now deepen the breath. Try to get that breath throughout the whole body. Ujjayi breath, you know, the sound of the breath, that would be good here. Beautiful. Let's let the arms come down. Get your feet back to a more neutral position. And this time I want you to shake it out. While you're kind of doing your adjusting, let's move our chair into a position or move our bodies so that we have access to the seat of the chair. And I want you to watch me. We're going to do downward facing dog, one you're very familiar with, but I've got a new approach that I've learned that I would like to introduce you to. See what you think. So take a minute here where you're not doing anything. You're going to watch and see what I'm talking about. I'm bringing my hands to the chair seat as we usually do, and I'm just simply walking back from it now. So I got this big, tabletop is wide open. And now I'm going to bend my knees like crazy so that I feel like I'm bringing my chest down toward those bent knees. And now my head is between my arms. And now I'm straightening the legs as best I can. And there's a downward dog for you. So try that. Your hands and your feet are the same distance apart. You start with just this wide open kind of place. And then you start by squat, 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 bringing your chest and belly down towards your thighs. Your knees are very bent. And you find your head right between your arms. You can hold it right there, or you can start to really work on straightening those legs and feeling that wonderful stretch through the hamstrings and the calves. Deepen your breath, pull your chin in towards your throat. And get back up to our original position. So just bring yourself up to take a little breather, original starting position. Try it one more time for me. It starts with the squatting. Head comes between your arms, and then you straighten the legs as best you can. Deepen the breath. We're going to walk ourselves toward the chair. Keep your head down, round through your back body. Knees are very bent. And come up one vertebrae at a time. So you're going to keep your head down, down, down as you start to straighten up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And finally, your head comes back to neutral. Just stay right where you are and let your body adjust. You were in an inversion quite a bit, so let's wait. Now, if there's any pose your body needs, any kind of movement your body needs, this is a good time to do it. I'm going to set us up. I'm going to get myself set up for final relaxation. Some of you are going to gather a second chair. I want us to have plenty of time for our meditation. So if there's still some poses, some stretching you want to do, please do that first and make your way when you're ready into our setting up now for final relaxation, which includes our meditation. Drinking, I hope you have water with you. I think that's been something I haven't worked into my conversation very often about the importance of hydrating, but this would be a good time to grab a little water. And when you feel settled, make sure you are gathering the kind of props or items that you know are comforting to you. Maybe you've lit your candle. Um, you've got socks on your feet. But you're doing all of that, staying mindful of the space that we created and trying not to wander your awareness and your sense of self out of the room and into something else. You're keeping yourself right here, right now. Lending a reverence to it. This is sacred time. I want to begin with what I talked about last week of just simply setting the stage. And I'm going to suggest you put your hands into the prayer position. This is called the Anjali Mudra. And let peace begin with me. Remember, we talked about that. Let peace begin with me. So, this start of our meditation time is simply an invitation for peace to enter into your body and mind and spirit. Let peace begin with me. That you realize peace within you. On some level, you realize that that's true for you. There's peace here. And then rub your hands together. When we're right here in our heart space, we can remember that our arms and hands are an extension of this heart center, this energy center of the heart, which is, the home of love and tenderness, forgiveness, and all good things, beauty. So we're going to bring that warm energy of love into kind of a self-havening, like it's almost like we're spreading lotion all over us. And here's how we get more. We get a little more lotion on our hands by coming back here. And then any movement at all, any way that expresses itself for you, that's my invitation, is to self-haven from this heart space. Maybe the whole time your eyes are closed, you're just trying to stay within this experience, this gentle self-care, self-love, very tender. And don't limit it to your arms. It can be everywhere. You can, maybe your neck and shoulders just love that. You need to bring your hands there. Maybe you're moving into your belly, back into the kidney area, anywhere, all along your legs. So don't, be generous with this, spreading this self-havening, this loving awareness. And land, if you will, palm over palm with your hands at the heart center, right there at the sternum. Thumbs are touching, eyes are closed. It is said that this heart center, is this flow of the energy of love. It's a flow, it's not stagnant. That the energy of love comes in through the back of your heart and is spread forward, is given away from the front of the heart. So I want you to just use that image that as you breathe in and breathe out, the breathing in is like you're pulling in that love that exists all around the space that you occupy, and you're pulling it into you, into your body, into your awareness. And when you exhale, it comes out through the chest to the front of the heart and is extended out into the space that surrounds you. So you're breathing in from the space around you, bringing that love in through the back of your heart, and exhaling out the front of your heart. And it's all this energy circulating, this loving energy circulating around you. They say the greatest joy on earth is to love and be loved. So we start with being love, pulling it in, and to love by offering it out. Greatest joy on earth is to love and be loved. And then I invite you to bring your hands to the position you would like them to be. If you like them laying across your heart center, keep them right there. If you'd rather have your hands on your lap, bring your hands and arms to the place you would like them to be. Eyes stay closed. You start to feel again the rhythm of your own breath as a felt experience in your body. You're not really manipulating it. Not right now. You're connecting to the breath as it is, fully aware of the breath in your body. Soften your mouth, relax your facial muscles. And then locate yourself in your pelvis for your inhale. Feel like you filled up the pelvis with an inhalation. And exhale that right down into your legs. So we inhale at the pelvis and we exhale right down our legs into the floor, or into the ground beneath our feet. Stay with that. It's like the root of our body now. We're giving our full loving awareness to by using the breath to nurture the root system of our body. Exhale completely. And when it's time to inhale, move your awareness into the heart center again. Inhale, filling up the whole chest cavity. And again, taking that breath down to the soles of your feet. But it starts at the heart center now, inhaling fully, expanding your chest, and bringing that breath down through the belly, down through the hips, and into the legs, all the way down. One more breath like that. And when it's time to inhale again, that inhale is going to be at the very crown of your head, top of your head. Inhale. Feels like your whole head is expanding or drawing in breath. And the exhale goes down the central channel to the root of the body. So it stops at the pelvis. Inhale as you just find that movement up and down the central channel from the pelvis or the root to the body right there at the Mula Bandha. Up and down from the crown of the head, we move that breath. You can't do it wrong. You're following the breath. You're following that central channel. Might be just thinking of it as your spine. Make it be easy. It's just easy. It's relaxing. It's calming. Letting the breath move through the central channel of the body. I'll remind you of a mantra you might want to add. And that's that so hum. Inhale so, exhale hum. So hum. It's kind of a circular breath. Now, instead of through the central channel, it feels like we've created a bubble of breathing around our body. So hum. Just let that circle. Don't make it, it's not hard. I am that. I am not this ego body, but one with the universal energy of pure love. That. I am that. So hum. So hum. Keep your mouth relaxed. Your facial muscles are soft. Make it be easy. So hum. Relax your shoulders. Soften your hands. Beautiful. Can you feel the beauty of this all around you? Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale that out of the mouth with a sigh. Ah, do a few cleansing breaths now as we begin a new transition out of our yoga practice and back to our daily life, our daily activities. Cleanse that breath, hear the sound of it as a way of kind of signifying this is a transition now. Let's lay our hand over hand again at the chest, and this time just bowing into yourself, thanking yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this practice. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for my connections, for my community, my family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's sync up our breath one last time. Inhale with me, palms together overhead. Exhale, we bow at our heart. Inhale back up. And when we exhale, we're going to take that gratitude and share that with our community. Share this energy of gratitude, gratefulness, all of those thank you, thank you, thank you, all the way through the community. Hands come back to the Anjali Mudra. We bow to ourselves and we bow to one another. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me.